fantastic. This is GT racing right now.
He's got traction, he's going around the outside of both of them! Maloney!
Oh, he's taken Anderson! Anderson's up to
Oh my god! Big crash! Oh my goodness, half the field's gonna get rolled!
Second very close. These guys are want to make their way through the field very quickly. Oh, there we go! Oh no! That's massive! This is it! This is over! I can't believe this! Oh my god!
God, what?
Yep, it's back. Maxx Bantz is here again, here on SimSpeed and on Traction. Welcome, Jay Kennedy here, as ever, for Maxx Bantz at the lovely Alton Park, as you can see on screen. And no Reese Gardner for this one. We're not sure where he is or why he's not here, so hashtag where's Reese? Let us know where you think Reese Gardner is. As I said, my name's Jay Kennedy. Alongside me, jumping in for his first Maxx Bantz, is Dan Yeaman. Dan, welcome, I guess. This is going to be something different, something bizarre, something unheard of. We're playing Among Us on iRacing. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't think the drivers do. I don't think Sparey does. But it's going to be a laugh nonetheless.
Oh, it should be. I mean, to be honest, it's actually not my first Maxx Bantz. I did come and crash the party for Maxx Bantz 18.
Oh, official.
Whilst we were playing horse. But I suppose if we're going to go by official Maxx Bantz appearances, then yes, this is official appearance number one from the get-go as we check out Alton Park here in detail with the track map on screen with you now, folks. A fantastic circuit, great history, of course, in Canada. Where else? And fantastic couple of configurations at Alton Park, you have to commit. Currently a 1.3 kilometer super speedway tri-oval, also a 2 kilometer road course, and then a couple of older configurations in there as well. Apparently also known for being the tragedy of badly injuring IndyCar great Rick Mears in a crash some time ago. Just remember that fact as taking up the track map. Spectacular scenic angles that we have here at Alton Park as well, for good measure.
Yeah, it's cool that it's under light. Sorry for the little issues with volume. I've had to change all of my settings because last night I actually raced. You and I both raced. Dan, we both raced in the Bragging Rights Challenge and we won. Congratulations to you on actually winning a race. But yeah, we're here. This is actually legit Bristol now. No, it's not Bristol. It's Alton Park. This is the actual layout that the drivers will be using. It is the Foster's layout with the chicane, and the setup, as always, is a hunk of crap because that is the way that it is done in Maxx Bantz.
Yeah, we can thank Reese for that. He actually did do some preparation for this one, despite the fact that he decided just not to show up tonight, and that's how we got here, with what you've got with me on the microphone at least, and yes. We go from the Bragging Rights Invitational this morning, the second edition of the grand spectacle of commentator versus commentator and producer versus producer. And yes, somehow we won that one, and we survived. Unfortunately, didn't get a chance to lay claim to the personal glory. It all kind of fell apart right at the end. Had to cede that one to a fellow SimSpeed commentator, Bo Albert, and the rest of the gang.
Oh, Maxx Bantz, champion. Son of Banter, Bo Albert, Mr. One Times.
That's true. That would have been a long time ago, though. Now
that was a little while ago. I mean, this is number 19. Let's talk about how this is going to work because we're as confused as everyone else. So, step one, lap begins, and Sparey will select a traitor. Nobody else knows who the traitor is, including us. We don't know as well. Step two, the traitor must make contact with one other driver per lap while trying to avoid detection. After the start-finish line is crossed, the driver who was made contact with will be disqualified. Every other driver then must figure out who the traitor is and attempt to eliminate them from the race. The way they eliminate the traitor is by damaging them to the point that they get a meatball flag, causing them to have to tow, or pushing them into the pit lane. If the single traitor is successfully eliminated, Sparey will pick another, and we'll return to step one. If the trader eliminates everyone, they win Maxx Bantz. If we do end up with 5 traders being eliminated, everyone that is still left in the race, quote unquote, they will have a 3-lap dash to decide who is the son or daughter of Banter. Dan, we've been joined in commentary as well, just very quickly, by a 10-year-old Harrison beside me. He's going to say hello. Pretty excited. No, he's gone all shy. But he's excited because Among Us is one of his favourite games, so he's excited to see how this is going to play out.
Yes, well, party games are best played on iRacing and best played, of course, here at the Maxx Bantz Open. And, well, this will be an interesting one. And the other thing is, we get to hear the illustrious, benevolent dictator that is Maximilian Jasmine Banter, or as he might also alternatively be known, Jake Sparey. I guess it depends on which land you live in today.
Well, I've never seen them in the same room at the same time, so you are right. Good. It could be. In saying that, I think I've broken my computer, so we're not having audio at the moment, but I'll try and fix that as we go.
Oh, well, there we go.
Well, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I've worked it out. I've worked out how to fix it. Here we go. Done.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say that seems a bit high effort for a Maxx Bantz Open.
Nah, it's easy. Done. Fixed it.
Well, there we go.
No, still not fixed. Hang on, I'll try and fix it. Well, I'll fix it on the fly. Here we go.
You fix that on the fly. Okay, I just heard myself incredibly loud. You keep working on that.
Yeah, I think, did I fix it or did I break it?
Well, I heard myself incredibly loud for a second, and that may have given me a bit of a trip.
There we go. I think we're right now. We'll see what happens. Let me know if I've broken it. If I've broken it, I don't care because it's Maxx Bantz.
Yeah. They're
lining up somewhere on the track. They're definitely not at the start line, as we were expecting them to maybe be. There they are.
It's a short rolling start.
We're definitely not getting Sparey audio coming through. So let me see if I can fix that. We'll work on that in the background.
All right. Well, this will be a fun one here. Is who has been chosen? As we said, we do not know.
We will try and work it out too. So watch along with us and try and work out who is the imposter. We don't know. The drivers apparently have 2 hours and 55 minutes to work it out, but there is no way that a Maxx Bantz will go that long ever again. We've had one that went close to that long, and we will refuse to do it that long again. Oh, we've even brought out the old Mustang safety car.
Yeah, nothing like dipping back into the past. Yeah, given the sort of interactive nature of this evening's show, I do have both the YouTube and the SimSpeed YouTube and the Traction Twitch chats open. So I'll do my best to keep my eyes on it. Keep my eyes on both chat feeds this evening, folks, and hopefully engage with you as we all try and figure out who the imposter is here. As curious. Trying to like flick around. I think I've got my camera set to crashes. Hopefully that will be enough to try and get some clues. I might need to go chop the camera.
I don't think that's going to help you because it's Maxx Bantz and everyone's going to crash. The other thing to note too, there's no clearing of flags. So if someone gets a meatball from crashing into someone just because they're driving around, too bad, so sad. They've lost their chance at potentially winning Maxx Bantz.
Well, that would be very foolish of them in that case. All right, then. The race is about to officially begin for what it's worth.
We're going to keep an eye on who makes contact with who.
Yeah, I spy with my little eye someone being rear-ended where? I've just seen the first bit of contact in the midfield. Who was that in? The question is now, do we call it out if we think we figure it out? Because what's the odds on someone... I have no idea.
Well, I mean, everyone has got the broadcast up and trying to work out what's going on.
Okay, right, fair enough. So I've narrowed down a potential suspect based on what I saw off the start, but and I've just seen some more contact. This seems to be adding up.
Oh, was that just went straight ahead?
Yes, interesting. Yes, and the fact is, I've also seen the same car making the same contact twice on the opening lap. Actually, that's a bit interesting. Is that it was 2 bits of contact, but with the same vehicle. Oh, another car's been sent to the fence. Who was that there being dispatched? The 53 of Daniel Muth has unfortunately found himself sent to the tire. We've got 6 meatball flags. Make that 7 meatball flags, and we are.
Oh, we've got a slowdown as well. Apparently,
not one. Oh, the slowdown's completely inconsequential. Make it 8 meatball flags. Did someone turn these GT4 cars into tinfoil?
Who knows? We're seeing Sparey going to speak. I can't hear Mr. Sparey speaking, so I'm not sure. Tommy Teasdale has been eliminated, so he is the first driver that has been made contact with. So, I mean, we could be dodgy and rewind and see who made contact.
Yep, I have confirmed the identity of the imposter. My guess was spot on, thankfully.
All right. I haven't worked it out yet.
All right. Would you like me to share it with you privately?
Yes, please. But we'll try not to make too much. Just post it in our Discord chat there, and we'll see. Just give me a number. All right. Okay. Interesting.
And meanwhile, more drivers in the fence.
22 in the fence, dressed up in the safety car.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Aston Martin safety car doing its job. Unfortunately, it's been dispatched to the fence.
The safety car's the one in the fence, and the other cars are coming around to scramble to sort the field out. Who is the car that is going to get eliminated this time? It is going to be Niels. And Niels is just behind these guys, so interesting. So have they worked it out? Chastity has a big spin.
One imposter still remaining, according to Maximilian Banter. As we check out here, Chastaneuf has decided to go a bit lawn mowing. Meanwhile, at the same time, down at turn 1 there, that was Dean Dwander Mole.
Oh! Someone's just run
Meanwhile,
absolutely.
Who was that there in the Fina? It's Brett the Hit Magnet Punkari there in the Fina Aston Martin has absolutely clouted. And then someone's gone straight on there.
That was Dean Mole.
Dean Mole. So yeah, we've got cars flying left, right, and centre. And there's a loss of, well, actually, less mechanical black flags. Because
some people have had them cleared. I mean, come in and go use their fast repairs. Everyone does have a few fast repairs. I have to check with Sparey if we are awarding the brown star as well.
That seems appropriate as always. All right, and Overlord Sparey confirming the only drivers who are not allowed to pit to fix their cars up is the imposter. Okay. So basically, oh, they're already strategizing. There's already been a call from one of the drivers.
Who are they going for?
All cars are to come into the pit lane except the imposter. Therefore, process of elimination. As Brett the Hit Magnet Punkari has unfortunately been sent to the Shadow Realm by Maximilian Jasmine Banter.
So does that help us work out who it is from that?
Well, I definitely know who it is based on the first elimination. I'm
fairly certain that our information aligns.
And I'm pretty sure based on what actually that checks out, because what we saw at the start of that previous lap also adds up. So I'm just keeping my eye on the imposter personally, just to see who they take out next.
I'm trying not to just keep them up on screen because it's too obvious and everyone.
You've got the fun job.
I've got a real difficult job of making it seem interesting and entertaining at the same time as not giving them away.
Yeah, you've got the fun job of just.
Oh. Anyone in the chat worked out who it might be?
Yeah, has YouTube traction?
Oh. Okay.
Indeed.
Yep.
Would you like to?
Yeah. So our first imposter has been disqualified from the race because they received a meatball flag,
and they didn't get to take anyone out when they got it.
Yep. James Chastanoff has been eliminated as the first imposter. So imposter number 2 is out there. We're going to start over.
Yeah, we do. Now that means I've got to go back to
We're going to try and work it out again.
a crash cam and pray. Watch for any suspicious driving. But, okay. The second imposter has not yet been announced. We'll have that information for you in a moment's... Well, we won't have that information for you in a moment's notice. We'll hopefully start the guessing game all over again. So, SimSpeed, YouTube, Traction, Twitch, did anyone get any inkling of a suspicion there that Chastanov was our first imposter here for iRacing Among Us? I'd love to see if we were...
That Pankari was the car that drove into Chasti, rather than the other way around. Pankari just went straight into him and then got DQ'd because he made contact with the imposter.
Yep. The second imposter has been chosen by Maximilian J. Banter. Now it's a matter of figuring out who's looking to try and set up a bit of contact out here on the road. As we see a couple of drivers opting to dive to the pit lane. Now, this actually basically is a process of elimination because these guys...
Can they come into the lane and just pretend that they're getting damage fixed, though?
I guess
that's a good question. The imposter
How...
isn't allowed in the pits. They're just not allowed to repair damage.
That's a good point. If you play the big brain strats, that is true. Question is, how long will it take our overlord and director of the session to amend the rules should such exploits be modified? Now,
Tommy
the other thing to note is...
Tommy Teasdale upset because he just realised that he got hit by the imposter 1 metre after crossing the start-finish line of lap 1 to get DQ'd.
It was an incredibly rapid elimination. Yes, you are not wrong there. As we're focusing here on broadcast with the 527, and this currently in the hands of Zach R. Us Johnson.
Got to say that Zach smells. Zach was picking on everyone early this morning in bragging rights, so we'll make sure that we pick on him now. I missed that message.
The director has warned the imposter that he needs to actually they need to go and tag someone. Failure to tag a driver will result in the imposter's elimination, and I've just seen contact at the final corner. Well, I think that might be a bit clear-cut as to who that might be. As, oh dear, there's been a little bit more chaos somewhere completely... And... Oh! Okay, no. I've just... Right, okay, that's...
You can hear Mr. Sparey. I can't hear him, unfortunately, so I'm flying a little blind.
Okay, the second imposter has been eliminated due to a mechanical black flag, if I heard that right. Indeed. Okay, our second imposter was the Aston Martin safety car of Alyssa Pelletier-Sharp. And, well, we're starting to pick them off a little bit quicker now.
We've lost... How many is that?
A lot.
7. We've lost 7 cars.
We've lost 2 imposters and 5 contact victims.
We're at 26 starters. We're on lap 7, losing a car a lap. So this won't take long. We'll get there eventually. I struggle to see how an imposter will win this, though. It's very, very difficult for them to actually win it from here.
It is going to be incredibly hard. That is not wrong. And indeed, should be here with us, but no, is somewhere else in the world. Reese Gardner, reminding both the SimSpeed YouTube and Traction Twitch chats that we now have 2 of our 5 traitors eliminated. So we're already approaching the halfway mark. Well, we'll cross over the halfway mark with this next phase. Get to the point of who... we'll get into that next stage of the event, which will end up with there being a sprint between the remaining
I hope you went
drivers.
With your talking marks when you said sprint, because I don't think this is the fastest thing we're going to see out there. That's not going to be much of a race because these things are made with paper.
Yeah, I've just watched a couple of cars all come together on the way up and out of the Hislop chicane there. Curious to see who gets given the elimination at the end of this lap.
So we do know that there is another...
Oh, hello there.
Gee whiz. That was a little... That was a little dodgy. Now, if I didn't know any better, I would say that Dan Stevens looked very, very suspect in the way he just drove straight ahead there. But these cars are so impossible to control. So let's keep an eye on Dan Stevens here in the number 3 for the rest of this lap. Saying that Sam Gunstone was just disqualified.
Right. Yep.
Is it Dan Stevens? Did we see him make contact? No, it's not.
It was the number 53 of Daniel Muth who clipped Gunstone, but in doing so, lost control of his car and a meatball flag. So we are 3 imposters down. And, well, we are just over 10 minutes into this one, folks. So, indeed, the imposters are running out of targets, but they're also running out of compatriots to work with here. 2 imposters remain before we get into the second phase of Maxx Bantz number 19 here. And now we wait to see when Max Willie and Jay Banter will call for the 4th imposter to make their presence known.
We will. It won't be long. Apologies for my dog saying hello. But I'm sure most people here would have heard my dog say hello before, so it doesn't matter. Who will be the next one? Have we got another imposter yet?
I don't think we have. We're having maybe a small pause here. That, or I've had a complete blank and everyone's out here circulating. And we've missed our cue from Overlord Sparey. And we'll have to wait and see what happens. And, I've just realized that I need to go and distract myself with some other things elsewhere, because you love to see it happening.
In regards to the actual race itself, Eddie Scown leading by about 20 seconds over Michael de Turk. But we still have 2 more imposters to potentially assign throughout this event. We'll see if we get them in the next moment or 2. Running off the circuit is half the field at the final corner. It's, no real surprise to see that we've got people running off everywhere.
All right. Okay.
We have 1 imposter remaining.
Yes. So
I think we actually heard that over the broadcast that time.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. Now, I'm just going to have a quick cycle back and see. Okay, yep, all right. So I located the contact. And so I now know who the imposter currently is. And I shall advise you, Mr. J. I'll be sending the car number to you right now.
Okay. For a car off. Okay. Now.
See here a couple of cars playing the game, and well, that's a bit unsubtle.
We may have just given that away, haven't we?
I thought the point was I tell you the car number.
I'm sorry, everyone, but I may have just ruined the game. But we'll see. I mean, they still have to give the 71 of Charlie Lord a potential. I mean, he may not be, but I think everyone worked it out in saying that the 24 of... Oh! Alex Anderson has been disqualified. The 67. Okay, here was the car that was made before. Yep, there we go. Yeah. We are now down to...
Yeah, this is going to be tough. Final. We're into the final imposter, and there is still a grand total of half the server.
Yep. All right. Yeah. DM sent to whoever it is that is the imposter.
Okay, so unfortunately, YouTube SimSpeed chat advising they can't quite hear Sparey. So
yeah, I couldn't quite get him turned up loud enough. I apologise for that. I tried my hardest.
All right, we'll just have to relay
You might have to relay still.
We'll just have to we'll have to do the relay for Maximilian's instructions then. All right.
Imposter has been announced.
Now,
Someone's spinning.
oh, that could be interesting, but
Or he
I
just
think everyone-
spinning around.
yeah, I mean, yeah, don't forget that the car setup as designed by Southpaw racer himself, Reese Gardner, is designed to be very much horrendous, or at least so I'm told.
Well, it usually is pretty bloody horrible. So, yeah, no surprise that drivers are struggling with how the car's behaving. Do we know who this one is?
Not yet. I'm just trying to look for anyone who's close on the road and be like, someone playing games. The other thing is, if you're the imposter, you've got to try and do this in a location where only one person spies you, and that one person ideally being the person you make contact with. Then you need to run away and scream blue murder. Well, actually, no, you need to do it silently. I take that back. Apologies.
Aaron Smith
And
just
so-
come in to get a fresh car by the looks of things. Now, we do often award the Brown Star. I'm not sure if we're awarding it this time, but if we do award it this time, currently leading is Thomas Byrne, currently on 40 incidents. Next driver still out there on track is Zach Johnson on 17, so he's a mile ahead of everyone in the 21 car.
Oh, so they're all playing it safe and smart then.
I don't know
They're
about
not
that.
actually,
I don't know
No,
if they're
we've also-
playing it safe, but you know.
Yes. Also, we've been advised that so the reason, well, actually, there is a reason as to why Reese actually isn't here. But
He's sipping martinis on the beach somewhere.
yes, well, actually, yes. As a result of his lackadaisical nature this week, it's actually fell to Overlord Sparey to take care of the car setup. So actually, this is a UK special rather than our traditional down under preparations. So the car isn't actually upside down, folks. Unfortunately, it's still apparently right side up for everyone who's still going. It's just, yeah, lukewarm British on all fronts.
Yeah, will we have anyone eliminated on this lap? Haven't really seen. Aaron Smith, the
Ooh.
70 car, has just been disqualified. So, where was he out on track? He was behind
Looking. Yep. Oh,
Cameron
wait.
Osborne.
Wait.
He was with some lap down cars. Still one imposter remaining. Last imposter.
Aha!
You worked it out.
I have spied it. Yes, I have.
Nobody
I
trusts anyone. Everyone's just trying to lap around by themselves. It's very, very funny.
I have sent you the identity of the final imposter.
Okay. Yep. That sort of makes sense
And,
from what I may have seen earlier too.
So the question now is, can the rest of the driving group work together to eliminate the final imposter? Because they certainly outnumber the imposter by a huge number. I've just seen some completely unrelated contact. That'll confuse a couple of people here, I dare suspect. Thing is, the mission is to circulate and mind your business. How do you do
Let's
it?
follow the group of cars. It's the only way
Follow
we
the
can
g-
do it.
Follow the gaggle. As we watch here, a couple of drivers. Oh! Well, I think might have just seen an attempt.
That's a broken
Yes,
front
it's
left steering arm. And
it's a
if
a
ever,
meatballs car.
yep, mechanical black flag. Final imposter has been just given away. Sorry, Corey. Back to work. Everyone lining up at the start line for a 3-lap dash to decide who wins. Maxx Bantz 19.
Right, they've also been told to go out and do laps so they can get to lap 17 of the race, so that the relative boxes can actually be in correct state.
Okay, and they can repair it this time as well.
All
Okay.
right. So a lot of drivers currently on lap 14 and 15. There's a handful of drivers who are currently on lap 17. They'll have to park it up and wait at the start-finish line.
They can come into the pits and get repair done if they wish, but they will then start from the pit lane. We've got Scan and Deterk who are both pulling up at the start line.
All right, so there are your first two drivers.
Yep, they are on the correct lap, so they are stopped in the wrong spot.
Yeah, they've gone a bit too far forward.
I think they have gone a bit too far, haven't they?
Yeah, they've technically gone over the line and put themselves on lap 18.
And they're going to get DQ'd.
For shame.
It's very good DQ him here because you know what he's like.
He could, but I get the feeling they have parked up. They're still waiting. They're at least following most of the goals there. And indeed, yes, that was a good spot there to find the final imposter.
Remember, we did see that Corey was spinning around and doing donuts, and we were like, "Oh, that's a bit sus." And then we're like, "We better not show that." I legitimately turned away because I was a bit worried that I was just going to give him away, but I was pretty sure it was him at that same point.
Yeah, unfortunately there for Corey as our final imposter, he got a bit stuck there waiting for the last turn on that lap where he needed to tag someone and everyone's coming up behind him and he's just driving half in the grass. Not sus. Said no one ever. Not for this format anyways.
No, they gave it away very, very easily. So again, I think we have 13 cars in this couple of lap dash. A couple of cars that are still struggling with damage too.
Yeah,
but,
indeed. I do count 13. Yeah, I do count 13, but yes, indeed. What is Zach doing? He's got himself another black flag.
Oh, these guys are crashing into each other as they're trying to get back to the pits to get damage fixed.
So they're just adding to the damage tally. Here we go.
I can confirm that Zach Johnson did get a penalty for shortcutting the chicane, but not serving the slowdown. The timing tower is actually going to be used for actual racing purposes. It's been a little while. I'm trying to think of the last time we used it for a Maxx Bantz. I'm thinking it was maybe the Bristol Oval one that we did. I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, when was the last time a Maxx Bantz Open actually had
legitimate timing used?
An actual race that required timing. That is a good. Is that a cone underneath Zach Johnson's car?
Yes, it is. That is an orange cone that he's picked up and is dragging the whole way around. It is caught in his front splitter.
Well, there you go. Quirks of the iRacing gamers. There's now a small smattering of vehicles now here.
Surprised someone hasn't come in and smashed through everyone. If I was on still a lap down, I would come in and destroy everyone that's sitting at the line because they then can't come into the pits to use their fast repair, and you still have time to. Would that be clever, or would that just be being an arse? I don't know. Either way, I'd love it.
Incredibly risky is what I would put it as.
Yeah, it'd be fun though. It'd be a good laugh.
All right, so they're making space here to.
Just smashing everyone, Dean. Oh no, Dan Stevens that was driving through.
Yeah, Stevens has been released from the pit lane to rejoin the back of the group. And
Dan Stevens driving eggs and baked beans.
Yes, he is.
That is beautiful.
Indeed, the rare chase camera angles here on SimSpeed TV. We don't see these too often.
That's hot dogs.
Yes, indeed. Olivia Haywood in the number 72 machine. And then Thomas Third Degree Burn.
And Incident Watch, he's up to 66 now. So well and truly he's going to win the Brown Star tonight. So there's not even a doubt about it. Regardless of what happens, nobody's catching up to that incident count from here.
I feel like that's just an invitation for some of these guys to see what they can do. But unfortunately, I don't have access to the live incident tallies. So, you said earlier it was some order of a magnitude of about 3. 3 times the difference between the first and second. And, well, there we go. Zach Johnson has had his black flags cleared. So, most generous overlord. And he is called go. So, Thomas Bird's going to get a running head start, but the man who's going to lead, Cameron Sharoon Osborne, the first car through turn 1, on board with Byrne. Going to get one car there to turn number 1. So here comes an actual race here in the Maxx Bantz Open as they come down at speed for the first time into the Foster's configuration here. This is going to be interesting. Who takes out someone first? The answer is on for second there, Jay. All nose to tail, and the answer is a bit of shuffling back and forth, but oh no, Zach Johnson, the first car out in the grass.
Good job, Zach, maintaining his efforts from last night. He'll be okay with me saying that because he had an abysmal night. But Cameron Osborne is leading the race. I think I did that in very, very good Aussie Osborne speed. Although, oh, is he going to run off the track? No, holds on. With a 1.5 second advantage over Eddie Scown and Dylan Shriven. Michael de Turk. Those guys look like they're the ones that are in serious contention to win this. One mistake from Cameron Osborne is going to end it, and right on cue, there it is.
Yep, in the grass for Osborne. Hands the lead of this race to Eddie Scown in the 16. But Dylan Scriven's there, hustling in that Lego machine. And in behind them, Michael de Turk also looking feisty. Unfortunately, more cars off at turn 1. Chadley Chaddington. Oh, goodness grief. How long was that name?
The nicknames do get a bit long for some people.
The long and short of it is Chad Dalton in the 77 has gone off at turn 1 as the leaders are scrapping, and the Tokyo net code has invoked a bit of Tokyo drift.
We're down to 2. We are legitimately down to 2 cars. It's going to be between Scriven and Scown. Who will win?
Scown and Dylan Scrivens, or Matimbus. Now, unfortunately, some of these names I just don't have any reference for, but we'll just go on board here with Scrivens and treat this like a proper race as we're coming up to the final lap of the sprint here to end Maxx Bantz number 19. Who has got a grip on this car with this setup? The answer is so far, both these drivers here are pretty evenly matched. Going to have to be one heck of a send, I think, from Scrivens to upset things here, or the unexpected, unforced error, such as wide at turn number 1 for Scown.
What do we got? 9 corners to go. Not much left in this race. Who will hold on? This is going to be intense. I'm going to say that Scown's going to come back and steal this right at the end. There's going to be a bump for sure. He's got to send it. He's going to have to get in there and have a go. These guys are broken away from the rest of the field. It's down to these 2. I'll tell you now, Dylan Scriven has had enough to break away.
Up the Druids we come for the final time. Gap up to 9/10
get in
of a
there,
second.
Zach. Cause controversy.
Oh, traffic. Oh, no, it's killed Eddie Scown.
Oh, no.
Dan Stevens and Zach Johnson. The seas part ways for the 24 of Scrivens. He brings it up to Lodge Corner and Deer Leap. Having survived the Among Us phase, Dylan Scrivens wins the sprint and becomes the next son of Banter to take claim to Maxx Bantz 19 and the Winrar Trophy at the end as his grand prize.
The most prestigious JPEG in all of sim racing is heading to Dylan Scriven. Congratulations, well done. And Scott Speed is on his side in this one. Comes our newest son of Banter. That was a fun event. I didn't think it would go as good as it did, but that was very, very entertaining, and lots of hashtag justice for Scown in the chat. I must say, I tend to agree, but that's the nature of Maxx Bantz. We've seen controversy decide winners in this event before. We've seen iRacing get broken to decide winners in this event before. Lap traffic deciding it seems pretty minor when you consider how controversial some of the other wins have been in this before.
Oh, there's definitely a tame way for it to go at the end there. And I haven't really seen all that much. I mean, yeah, my experience with the Maxx Bantz Open has been a game of horse. And, well. Oh, there we go. Bit of a...
That's how it should end.
Dean Mole opting to put Scrivens in the fence. And that should trigger a meatball flag for the pair of them. It has indeed. And now my screen is littered full of
only 3 drivers,
flags.
4 drivers that don't have one.
Yeah, I get the feeling that list is going to shrink with the last couple of cycles here. Eric Antilli is one of those 4 who is yet to massacre his poor car here. We hope to see.
Let's grab our winner.
We probably should, yeah.
Go for it. You can have this.
Oh, well, how about... we could give it to me. We could give it to Jake, because Overlord Sparey has returned to the... Okay, fine, I'll do it. Well, congratulations, Dylan. You have survived Among Us to win the Maxx Bantz Open Edition number 19.
Yeah, apparently I have.
Congratulations, mate.
Thank you. Such a prestigious award.
Yeah, indeed. You're now son of Banter and the latest holder of the Winmar Trophy. But how do we think of Among Us as a game format on iRacing? Did you ever feel like you had to worry about someone in particular at any point during the imposter phase of this one here tonight?
Not really. I guess I just got lucky.
I suppose, yes. When there is one imposter amongst a field of 20-odd cars, that does sort of help even out or narrow down the chances of running into them. 26 to be precise, I should say. And, well, you survived, got through the imposter stage, and you didn't get killed by traffic in the 3-lap sprint. Is there anything else you'd like to add, I guess, as our latest son of Banter?
Not really.
Oh well, it's an interview that maybe didn't get off to a flying start. It seems to match the whole thing.
Check your inbox too, by the way, because you have been sent by Reese Gardner while he's sipping martinis on the beach. You have been sent the most prestigious JPEG in all of SimRacing, the Winrar Trophy. Congratulations.
I can confirm that I received the trophy.
Congratulations,
I
mate.
will
Well done.
frame it and put it on my wall.
Very good. We want to see photos of that, please.
Well, there
Sparey, talk us through how that went for you.
The cars were a lot more fragile than I thought they'd be.
And were they made of paper? Because I was surprised by how many meatballs there were.
Yeah, they were made with paper mache, and I guess not much love. It's sort of like, yeah, these cars are about as brittle as the Maxx Bantz 3 Cadillacs that we had. So they didn't really
brittle as the trophy.
Oh, come on, the trophy is made of sterner stuff than these cars, I'll tell you that much. It survived 5.75 years at this point, at this time. But, yeah, car was a little bit brittle, which I wasn't quite expecting, but I'm sure that there was still an opportunity for drivers if they were a little bit here, there, and everywhere. They had that chance to jump in and be sneaky, especially in the start. I think James Chastner drew the wrong end of the stick, but he had the right idea, and I think he just got a little bit unlucky in terms of how he was going to put everything together. There was a lot of clever driving out there, and a lot of drivers pushed to try and get themselves to the top. Unfortunately, the imposters fell 13 short of getting what they needed. So 13 short, so they needed 13 more. But no, that was fun. I think that it proved today that just like the acclaimed video game Among Us, that there needs to be a bit of thought put into it, and there needs to be a little bit more to fine-tune it. But overall, I thought that was a good experience, and I believe that when Maxx Bantz 20 will get itself into play, that will be us celebrating what will be the end of our 5th cycle of Maxx Bantz's that have gone around the calendar.
Can we let it die yet or not?
No.
Okay. I'll accept that. Thank you, Sparey. Thank you,
You're
Dan,
welcome.
for jumping in as well. And hashtag Where's Reese? Keep that trending around wherever you can, because I'm sure he's enjoying his drinks on the beach. The last place I saw that he was he was actually at Monza this weekend, which is why he's not here with us. So I don't know.
Did he join the Tifosi just so he could experience some heartbreak?
I don't know why anyone would want to join. Who got the brown star can confirm that was Thomas Byrne. Are we awarding a brown star, Sparey? He was that far in front of everyone else. He can have it. Brown star, congratulations. Oh, Thomas is the one that's asked if there's a brown star. You wanted it that bad. We'll wrap it up though. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in on Traction. Big thanks to Traction for hosting as well. We'll be back again in 3 months' time to do it all again for some bizarre reason. Let us know what ideas you've got so Sparey can steal them in the Maxx Bantz Discord. Make sure you subscribe to Traction. Make sure you subscribe to us at SimSpeed. We will leave it there and we'll be back with season proper racing starting tomorrow.
This is fantastic. This is GT racing right now. He's got traction. He's got everything outside. Both of them. Maloney. Oh, he's taking Anderson. Anderson's up to all. Oh my God. Oh, big crash. Oh my goodness. Half the field's going to get rolled.
Second very close. These guys I want to make their way through the field very quickly. Oh, there we go. Oh no. That's massive. This is it. This is over. I can't believe this. Oh my God.
God, what?